This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. What's going on, Bruce?
Yo, Jody. There was an incident.
Oh, what happened already?
Well, we as I prepare for our episodes, I go and grab a beer from the mini fridge.
Yep.
And as I was walking over with the beer, I dropped it.
What?
And I mean, it was in a can. It's a can of beer today. And so you know that when you drop your beer, it's going to be a horrible thing to open. And so I didn't want to wait and have it sit here and then open it and have it explode all over this expensive equipment and my laptop and all of that. So I stood on the floors in here concrete. So I stood on the floor, opened it, and it just exploded everywhere. And I was trying to drink it because, I remembered in younger days when I dropped beer, I could basically shotgun the thing. Well, I can't do that anymore. So beer went everywhere.
We'll have to practice shotgunning beers this summer, I guess.
I know I'm out of practice. So it was not happening.
I don't know that I've ever really done that.
I used to be very good at it. It was a thing that I could do once I realized how to do that. And now it did not work. I thought, well, I can save this and not have beer everywhere and not have to mop up later. Well, now I have to mop up later because it exploded. Floor, got a little on the rug, on me. It's a horrible thing. And beer when it's fresh or just opened or whatever, that's good. But beer after a while, that old stale beer smell.
Yeah, that's all in your clothes and stuff, I'm sure.
Not great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it'll smell like a gross bar in your garage soon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to fix that after we're done here. So
like you said, it's a good way to start the day.
It is.
Did you have something else that you could grab, or was that your last?
Well, I have other things, but I was able to salvage a decent amount of this.
Okay, there's
beer,
enough in there. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm still gonna rock it. It's a special beer that I was happy to see here. So
I always grab like a couple and bring to the office from home because we have a little mini fridge here, but it's mostly like sparkling waters and
sure. Right.
Not beer, because
not beer.
I don't want to have a fridge full of beer at the office, or I will
understandable.
Maybe drink them too many times. But I always grab like a couple from home when we do this, because I'm like at whatever 7 a.m, I'm not sure what I want to drink.
Right.
For beer, I'm not like thinking that, so I always grab like a couple and I can decide what I want.
Understandable. So how has your week been? Any beer explosions? Anything else?
No beer explosions that I remember. No, nothing crazy like that. Yeah, it's been a kind of a quiet week for me. Was Easter last weekend?
I think it was a week or two ago. 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, last week it was a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Just tried to get out and enjoy the nice-ish weather, but as Portland Springs do, it doesn't know what the hell it wants to do. So 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute it's like actually downpouring, which is kind of weird for here.
Yeah, you basically have to just get out and go. If you see sun, it's like and then you get out and then it rains on you. And it's Portland.
So that's about all I've been doing lately, and getting ready for launching the new stuff that we have coming out. So that'll be out as of this episode. So go check out bearskin.com for the new prints.
Glorious.
Desert Bears.
Nice. Nice.
It was a fun photo shoot we did out kind of in deserty areas of Oregon, out east.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go check it out.
Oh, good. Yeah. Let's see what's going on this side. There've been some cool articles lately on the site, really covering things that we've talked about in previous episodes. I got a lot of good feedback on Andy Neal, the plus size hiker, the dude who gets out there and kind of quit his job of 15 years, his career as a pastor, and went all in on hiking. And there's a really very in-depth article at chubster.com about that and about his experience there. how he got into it, how people see him, and what his bigger goals are. And it was pretty cool, and seemed to be pretty uplifting to people. So
yeah,
a lot of fun. There is also an article on the site that has a picture of me trying to look cool and wearing a Meta Quest 2 VR headset. And I can tell you now that there is no way to look cool when you're wearing one of those. So
I mean, you look like you're really into whatever you're doing there.
Yeah, so I was using the light
boxing
boxer
thing.
Yeah, the light boxer VR that we talked about. It was me, just swinging, trying to hit the targets. And yeah, it's
that would be a fun video to post somewhere.
Well, there is a video of it, and by the time you hear this, it will be up somewhere to actually see me in action.
I always just see people like falling over playing whatever VR things, or they like start running. But I get you're not doing that with boxing, but like when they're playing like shoot 'em up games or whatever, and
sure,
people start moving or whatever, and they fall over. But
yeah, there are two things there, and one is that it takes some time to get used to VR and just kind of being in that. And it's interesting, when I first tried it, there are some videos that Red Bull does in VR. And so they've got like this cliff diving championship, and it's people who have their cameras on their heads, and they jump off these cliffs into the water, and you can look around, and it's like you're there. It's like you're standing on the cliffside, and then you jump off and fly right into the water. And it's just this amazing thing. And it takes you some time, because at first your body is telling you you're falling. Yeah.
You're like, ah.
But after a while you get used to it, and that part isn't such a problem. But the second issue is you absolutely have to make sure that if you are going to be standing and using it, you have to make sure that your space, that you set a space. You can set like a square that you play within, and it'll show you if you come to the boundaries. The VR thing will go away, and it'll show you black and white video of your room. Or it'll show you like a wall, that there's like this virtual wall that does not look like it's part of the game. So if you're getting too far out. But you absolutely have to make sure that you've got your space clear, because you're going to crash into things. You're going to hit things, people
swing in, and
yes. Yeah. And so you have to really be on top of it. And it's a very, very immersive experience. And I don't do it with headphones in, but if you had headphones, I mean, it's like being in another world. I mean, it really works. It's good. I would say my biggest complaint about VR, at least Oculus, or excuse me, Meta, now that it's called, my biggest complaint with the whole thing is that they just don't have the technology isn't there for really great games at this point.
Okay.
So there are good games, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of indie games that are good and that are interesting. But it's not like, if you're trying to get the games you're playing on your PlayStation or Xbox or something like that, you're generally not going to get those with the Quest. Now, PlayStation is coming out with their PSVR 2, which is their VR headset. And it's supposed to be pretty amazing. It sounds like it'll be great, and it's going to use the technology that the PS5 offers to really ramp things up. The only potential downside of the whole thing is that it has a super long cord that is going to have to be plugged in to your PS5. Now, I'm curious how that's going to work, because I've never tried a plugged in home VR system. We've done the kinds of things at like arcades or whatever, but they have a piece that's like hooked to the top, and it's on some kind of rail.
You don't get tangled up in it,
right? You're not going to pull your PS5 off off the table. And I mean, those things are still hard to find, so I'm taking care of that.
You break that, you're out for
right.
I just had a friend finally get one. He's been trying to get it for months and months and months.
It's hard. I would not have gotten one if not for the tenacity of my wife, spending time, and she just did not give up. And I mean, there were Twitter accounts that were like, they've got them available here, and she got it at like 3 a.m, the second or third week they were out, or something like, there was something crazy like that, and she was able to get it, and it's been amazing. But it's it is astounding to me that they're still so difficult to find. And it sounds like it's going to continue to be that way for quite a while. So anyway, PSVR 2 sounds like if they make really good games for it, then, it'll be cool, but you got a cord, so you got to contend with that. So we'll see. But I dig the VR thing.
Is that their first?
It's their second. It's their second.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had one for PS4. Now they're doing it for PS5. Should be much upgraded from the PS4 version. So, we'll see. We'll see. I am finding that I like the VR headset less for gaming and more for video and music. So actually like watching concerts that are filmed in VR. So there was like a Foo Fighters concert that they did with Meta, where they actually went in and they had these VR cameras and they were going all around them as they were playing. And it's like such an in-depth experience. And the audio that comes out of the thing is great. So, that whole experience, I would say the second best. It's the next best thing to actually going to a concert and having that experience. So, I think there are some great applications, and I can certainly see it being something that's it's just going to continue to get better. So, we'll see. But yeah, so all of that to say, there's a photo of me hitting hard in my VR mask at Chubster. So yeah,
that's funny.
Oh, so
yeah, those kind of things, I don't get like motion sickness, but those things always make me feel a little crazy. And I don't know, maybe it is, I just have to push through to get used to it a little bit more, but maybe, and I haven't done any of the newer ones, so maybe the visuals are better, that it would be quite, but maybe that would make it worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it does. They do a pretty good job. I don't get motion sick with this new one. Now I've never really had that problem, but I do find that as I'm getting older and I do, if I'm in the pool and I do a flip, my body is like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? It does not take it well. I don't find those things necessarily being issues in VR, but maybe it's just that getting used to it kind of thing, So I don't know. You should come out and try mine. I think you give it a try and kind of see what you see what you think.
Okay. I'll have to do that one of these days.
So there we go. Now that we've talked about VR, I've got to drink some of this exploded beer.
All right. What's your special exploded beer?
So my beer this week comes from Level Brewing, which is here in Portland, and their whole like theme is video gaming, which I guess fits in well with us talking about VR and all of that. And so I came across Level Beer's it's called Skyward Strike Hazy Pale Ale. And since you're listening and you can't see the beer that I'm holding up to the camera, aside from Jody, I'll tell you that it is gold, and it has it basically looks like the Legend of Zelda like logo and kind of thing. It's that whole thing. It's a hazy IPA, and it says barn brewed in Portland, Oregon. And I guess Level Brewing, their place is kind of a barn, if you think about it. Have you ever been out there?
The one that's like out
east
on the river there? Yeah.
So it's kind of, I guess that is a barn now that I think about it.
I'm like,
yeah. So the back of it has a pixelated sword, and it says for Hyrule. So there's no doubt what they're going for here. A light-bodied hazy pale ale with fruity, tropical, and citrus hop flavors and aromas. It's a 5.7% ABV, and says hoppy, malty, bitter, and no sourness. So it shows kind of like lines here that show you.
Oh yeah, the different levels.
Yep. Yeah, the levels of each thing, and it says it's pretty hoppy, not malty, a little bit bitter, and not sour. Now, I did get a lot of the beer on me. I tried to drink some, but as I was trying to salvage the beer, I was not focused on taste. So let's see where we're at here. Oh yeah, that's That's actually, it is light bodied. There is a little bit of fruitiness, but not, it's like the specter of fruitiness, which I like, instead of it being like this is not a fruity beer. It's a hazy IPA. So you get that kind of flavor. It's very tasty. This is definitely a beer that I would have again. It's a little bitter toward the end, almost a like grapefruity kind of bitter, but less of the fruit and more of that just sourness, or bitterness that you get from grapefruit. So it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, the couple times I've had their beer, it's pretty good. I'll have to go check that out, their brewery again.
Definitely.
Mine is called Jude from Reformation Brewery.
Oh, nice.
In Georgia. It's part of that craft beer club that I got for my birthday.
Nice.
It's a Belgian style triple with a sweet floral aroma and clean citrus finish. Ooh, it's a 9.2 ABV. So,
well, this will be the end of your day.
This will be the end of my day.
Yep.
Who knows? I've got coffee and all kinds of. Ugh. Let me try it first.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah, that is. Oh boy, that's strong. I'm like looking at the camera, not at my camera.
All right. Nice.
It's good though, but oh man.
Powerful?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, yeah, you can see all of our beers again on Untapped, the Heavy Conversation beer list. And they're all there, and you can decide what you want to try, what you don't, and kind of go from there. But I would absolutely recommend Skyward Strike. I would recommend you not drop it and enjoy it. But
yeah, 9.2. Yikes.
Nice. Well, good.
It's good, but that's gonna take me a minute. Oops.
Yeah. A beer adventure. Well, good. So I had a company send out a couple hats because finding a hat for my big head is not always easy.
Oh yeah, you and me both.
Having a round kind of face, you really have to be thoughtful about the type of hat that you wear. And so this company called Cole Headwear sent me a couple caps, including the one that I am wearing right now. And I love them. They are super comfortable, and they're lightweight, very breathable. I like the kind of modern look that they have, and so they sent me the one that I'm wearing, which is, let me find this bad boy. Well, okay, so there are two. So I'll go with the one that I'm not wearing right now and tell you about that while I try to find the other. The other one that they sent me, it's called the Provo UPF Tech 5-panel cap, and they have it in a bunch of different colors. They say it's a high performance tech hat. It's made for activities like cycling, mountain biking, running, and more. It's made with UPF 50 plus rated polyester for sun protection and laser cut perforations at the sides. It's super light, super breathable. There's a wicking sweatband that helps keep you cool. I can say that I have been on my bike a few times with that hat on, and I love it. It is kind of turned into my go-to hat, especially when I'm going out, if I'm riding or anything like that. And it's small enough that sometimes I can actually wear it under my helmet if I need to, if I know that I'm going to be stopping somewhere. I don't have storage space on my bike. I don't have like a big pack or anything that I can throw a hat in. So, I can throw it on, put the helmet on, and go. And I really dig it. As far as like adjustments and the way that it fits on the back, there's this, they call it a shock cord. And so it's a stretchy cord, and it has this toggle adjuster that you kind of, you push and you can pull the cord, and then you let it go and it keeps it wherever it's at. So
one more time with the name of it.
So it's coleheadwear.com. So Cole is the name of the company. The hat itself is the Provo UPF Tech 5-panel cap. So it's a 5-panel hat. They have it in a bunch of different colors. I went for the traditional black and gray, but they have they have one that's got coral and kind of an off-white. They've got a like green and neon yellow, blue kind of thing. And there's a purple with kind of crazy looking blue. They got there's some really cool looking hats. So, if you're looking for something that fits pretty well, I found that it was very roomy and that it did fit me well without like flopping around or anything, which is, always nice. So, that was a good thing. The hat that I'm wearing right now is called the Bridger, and it is a fleece 5-panel cap. And now some of you might be listening and saying, why the hell is he wearing a fleece cap? Well,
yeah,
here in Portland, it's about 52 degrees. And so you can get away with that.
Still chilly.
Yeah. So, it's it's another 5-panel cap. I just really like that. I like that look. It's a low profile kind of thing. Retro style fleece with color blocked nylon. And, it's got a flexible brim. They say that it's an ultra comfortable 5-panel cap for any adventure. Pairs plush fleece with tough nylon, taslin with a moisture wicking sweatband at the inside and a flexible shock cord back adjuster. So I always sweat through my caps. If I'm wearing any hat, that's basically the thing. So I'm also looking for not just something that fits, but a cap that will handle sweat well. And both of these have done really well. I haven't put this one that I'm wearing, this fleece one, which is green. I haven't put that, excuse me, they say it's olive. I haven't really put it to the test so much. But the other one I definitely have, and it's taking it like a pro. So I would say definitely take a look at what they have to offer. And they do have a section for roomy fit hats. So if you have a large or extra large hat size, you can get something out of this collection. They've only got 3 in there right now, but their starting size is 59.5 centimeters. They can be sized smaller and larger, it says. But they've got some cool caps, and they're fun and just silly, and really the whole brand is really like outdoor focused. I believe they are right outside of Seattle, Washington. So
nice.
Check them out, and get yourself a hat. I know I am leaning into the headwear this year. So yes.
Yeah, like I don't mind wearing hats. I just have always struggled to find them big enough for my head. So I'm kind of not naturally a hat wearer just because I've never been able to find them. But
yeah, right. Finding a hat that is in the style that you want, the size that you need is, it can be difficult. So yeah, I really dig these hats and like what they have to offer. So yeah, check them out.
I'll definitely check it out. I like that one you're wearing.
Yeah, thank you. So the only other thing that I have here on my list, it's a light week. It's been kind of head down, just focused on
right. I know, that's all I've been doing is just focus on this new launch stuff. So
right. I think I might have just briefly mentioned this a few weeks ago, but doing a little spring cleaning and getting rid of a bunch of stuff that brands and PR people send for Chubster to either review or try. Basically lots of companies send in things and they want reviews on Chubster. They want some kind of exposure. And so some things make the cut and some things don't. And so over time, I've ended up with a whole bunch of things that are just kind of sitting here that either have not been used or have been opened and kind of taken out and looked at for review purposes, but are just sitting here. And that seems like a really a major waste of some of this stuff. And so I want to clear out some of the things that I have in here. So starting next week, I'm going to be basically spring cleaning. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of this stuff. Just kind of getting rid of some things. And I think one of the things that I mentioned when we talked about this last time was the Manscaped Weed Whacker, which is a nose hair trimmer. I brought it out here, and it has not been opened. It has not been in anyone's nose or ear. So
okay, all right,
you're good to go there. But I'll have things like that to give away. There's a whole podcasting kind of startup kit. It's called a streaming studio or streamer studio. There's a bunch of other things that I'm just kind of going through that are like, okay, well, I've had these things here. They can probably go to a good home where somebody's going to actually use the stuff. So I want to get rid of some of this stuff. And there are some other things that I'm still on the fence about, like some companies send shoes that I've never worn, or that just, maybe they've been written about, or maybe they haven't, and they're just kind of here. I'm like, do I give away okay, these are a size 12 shoe,
right?
It's a very specific person that's going to be looking for the size 12 shoe. So, it's things like that. There's a lot of different things. And I think what I'm going to start doing is it'll probably be like a monthly kind of giveaway.
Okay.
Start giving things away. I think really going to start pushing into that, because I got to make some room here for sure. It's a lot of spring cleaning, getting that stuff out, and it's just fun to give stuff away. If I'm not going to use it, let's get it out there.
That'd be fun to do. Are you going to do like a contest or?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be there'll be kind of a contest. There, some giveaway kind of. I'm going to try a few different things, I think, and just kind of see what works best. I definitely, I know we're going to do some subscribe to the Chubster newsletter, for an entry.
Yeah.
And, randomly pick somebody. I'm looking now here kind of off camera, and I see that there are a ton of socks, a ton. I cannot tell you how many people send socks. I mean, so many socks. But I'm not gonna, don't worry, it's not gonna be just socks every month. Another sock giveaway. Woo. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a bunch. I just have to go through and start really narrowing it down, and just start doing it. So look out for that. Start doing that, and you might be able to win yourself some free stuff. Make sure you're subscribed to the Chubster newsletter, and which you can, if you go to the website, it'll come up.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sign up too. Make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I always need socks.
Well, I've got you covered. I've got you covered. You don't even have to get in the giveaway for that. I've got so many socks. It's ridiculous. It's like an entire thing. I'm just looking here, and I mean, there's so many socks. It's ridiculous. So yeah.
Well, thanks, Bruce. Thanks for sharing all that stuff. I'll definitely, when we get together, I'll have to try out that VR thing.
Yeah,
there's
for sure.
Lots of space around me, and
yes, we'll make sure it's safe for you. Get you set up.
Maybe I'll sit down and do it or something. I don't know. I guess it's boxing, that'd be hard to do.
So that's the other thing, is that you can actually do it sitting down, and it'll take, set it for that option, and so that's also a good way to get started. So yeah, that could work.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, till next time, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
podcasts.